and welcome to my channel. My name is Aditya Donade, and today we are gonna study what is cogeneration and trigeneration. So let's start. So here is the first slide showing the title of our PPT, cogeneration and trigeneration process by me. So what is cogeneration? Cogeneration is basically the production of energy and usable heat, generally in the form of steam and hot water, in the same plant, usually by capturing heat that in older plants used to be simply wasted. It's one of the principal ways in which countries intend to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions so as to slow climate change. Cogeneration plants are often small and the fuel used in them are varied. Lumber mills, for instance, can operate their own cogeneration plants, feeding them with wood, scraps, and sawdust. And wastewater treatment plants generate gas that can likewise be used as a source of energy. So this slide is about how does cogeneration work. The cogeneration system is built around a prime mover, which could be a reciprocating engine, turbine, or fuel cells. This prime mover, coupled with an alternator where applicable, converts the chemical energy stored in the fuel to electrical energy. Natural gas is often used as the fuel, yet diesel and hydrogen could also be used. This process of producing electricity also creates heat. The heat is then captured and utilized for useful purposes. Instead of being released to the atmosphere as wasted heat, heating, cooling, hot water, and industrial uses are some of the ways this heat is used productively. This slide is about advantages of cogeneration. Cogeneration brings benefits both to the environment and to the business bottom line. Its high efficiency in converting the energy in the original fuel into useful energy is the foundation of these advantages. A typical cogeneration application converts 70 to 90% of energy in the original fuel to useful energy. In comparison, less than a third of energy in the original fuel is converted into useful energy traditional grid system with central power plants. Benefits from adopting cogeneration. In healthcare facilities, nursing homes and hospitals feature sophisticated air management systems to improve the quality of care. These facilities often need continuous heating or cooling, making cogeneration an ideal solution. In greenhouse, the continuous need for heat and carbon dioxide to grow produce is a key reason for many greenhouse facilities to deploy cogeneration applications. In university and colleges, what are the benefits from cogeneration is this institution tend to have large facilities that are used throughout the year and need significant amounts of electricity and heating. Types of cogeneration. There are two types of cogeneration. First type is topping cycle power plant, and this types has four subtypes that are combined cycle CHP plant, second is steam turbine CHP plant, third is internal combustion engine, and fourth is gas turbine. And second type of cogeneration plant is bottoming cycle power plant. So let's move to the trigeneration. Trigeneration is usually the simultaneous production of cooling in addition to heat and electricity through a single fuel source. Trigeneration is also known as combined cooling, heat and water, in short CCHP. Some trigeneration applications produce electricity and recover heat while simultaneously utilizing the carbon dioxide from the exhaust. The CO2 is used to aid in photosynthesis of plants in greenhouses or carbonation of beverages in bottling facilities. Need of trigeneration. Trigeneration deals with the study of simultaneous generation and useful heating and cooling from the combustion of a biomass fuel or a solar heat collector. Large scale, low carbon and cost effective solutions are hence necessary for addressing the sector's energy needs. It is estimated that this technology has been successful in helping improve operational efficiencies by up to 75%, reduce energy costs by 30 to 40%, and significantly reduce carbon emissions. advantages of cogeneration. First is saving on energy costs. Second is saving on greenhouse gases. Third is independence from the grid. Fourth is environmentally sustainable. Five is increasing energy efficiency. And sixth is replacing thermal energy. Thank you friends for listening.